trading sideways for the last 3 months, but how am I up 133.7% in that same period of time? I'm swing trading it. If you don't know what swing trading is, you're kind of where I was about 3 months ago, until Mark on our Discord taught me how to swing trade, and I recognized the most volatile stock on the stock market right now, the most traded stock on the stock market, is Tesla. So if there's ever any stock that's going to be swinging up and down, because the retail trade's in there pushing it in all directions, and then some people are shorting it, it's Tesla. So don't invest in Tesla, trade in Tesla, and that's what I've done. And so I'm going to share on this the exact things that have happened, and then I'm going to ask Drew, who Mark and Drew work together on this on our Discord, to come in and explain it to you in more exact detail and give you more examples. So stay with me. This is going to be very educational.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, let me show you what I saw and what I surmised and see if you agree with me. This is a picture of the chart of Tesla going back to, I guess, somewhere around last November. And you can see, as you look at it, it just trades sideways. It's going, it came down, it went up, it came down a little, it went up, it came down, and now it's, again, kind of near the top. So it's moving sideways. I liked Tesla because until Xi Jinping screws him, Elon's going to do okay. The stock will go up if China doesn't shut down the Shanghai plant. So I'm comfortable trading it. I'm not comfortable owning it. Okay, and I'm doing it with just $1,000. What Mark has taught me is there's three things I've got to watch for: the relative strength, the divergence and contraction of the moving averages, and then the candlesticks. And I'll show you in a little more in a second, a little more detail of how that works. And in fact, Drew will come in and give you some more detail on it. But when two of these three indicators are in place, I move. And so I shorted it back here. I believe that was in, let me look. So I shorted it on December the 6th. It was at 179. I put $1,000 into it, and I will let it go, and again, until two of the three indicators were present, and I went long, and that was on January the 11th. I made about $300 on that trade. Then I went short again. Okay, if it's hit its peak, then let's go short again. So on February the 24th, I went short and made $785 on that, when I then again went long on March the 10th. Again, two of the three indicators came into play. And then just day before yesterday, on the 14th, it indicated again, I need to get out of. Well, what happened actually, I had put a 5% stop loss on it. And so as it went up there on the 15th or the 14th, I got stopped out, meaning that my broker had an order that if it goes, remember, I'm short. So when it goes up, I lose money. So when it went up 5%, my broker automatically closed me out. Now you can see it's traded 2 more days, and it just moved sideways. And so I'm not in it right now. But in that period of 98 days, I am up 133.7%. Now, this is complicated when you first look at it, but then when I call these yellow and blue lines down here, the bear is chasing the bull, and when the bull gets over the bear, you buy. When the bear gets over the bull, you sell. And then you put stop losses so that you control any amount of losses. This is swing trading. So I want you to listen to Drew. He'll give you a better explanation of it than I did because he's working with it every day. And then I want to come in and tell you where I want to take this. All right? Here's Drew.
This is Drew from Best of Us Investors working with Mark on the Platinum Trading Platform. I just wanted to share some updates on our Platinum service. As you may know, if you have been a subscriber on our channel for some time now, Mark, who has been successfully investing for over 40 years and warned us to get out of the market in 2021 November when the market was at its peak, is now helping our subscribers on swing trades, analyzing more than 700 companies each week based on 10 indicators and sharing these tickers or stocks that are set up for good uptrends every day, along with weekly Zoom calls for Q&As with your members. So for this week, there are a couple of stocks that were mentioned that helped my trading and wanted to share it with you all. So the first one is AMD. On March 6th, when AMD was approximately around $81, Mark shared with the members that the candle has closed above the SMA that we were keeping an eye on, and that although we were waiting for a confirmation on the MACD, the other indications that we analyzed were in a positive trend, and also pointed out that there might be a resistance at $83.67, and if it passes this point, the second resistance might be at $85.25. And the reason for sharing these resistance is to make sure that the members can have an idea on where the stock price may get rejected. Now, although the MACD was not confirmed, I looked more into the stock myself and was willing to take the risk since I'm personally more risk tolerant with my trades, and bought AMD at $81.50, and of course with a stop loss to protect myself from any downtrends. Now, thanks to Mark that has done all the work for me and shared this stock, I was up more than $6 per share at one point, or almost 8% within 1 week. Now, I am following the guidelines to find a price that I should sell and take my profits, but whenever I have questions, I can ask on the Discord directly to Mark, and he always gets back with great insights. If you are interested in more of these swing trade updates, daily ticker suggestions, educational content, and live Q&A with Mark on a weekly basis, make sure you join our Platinum member in the description below so that we can make it through this tough market together. I am looking forward to seeing you all at the weekly Zoom call so that we could share great insights together.
Okay, so if you've been with me for a while, you recognize this is an old dog learning a new trick. And I'm just learning it, so I depend on Mark and Drew to push me and educate me more. Something else has happened. I become very intrigued with artificial intelligence and recognizing that over the last 40 years, there's a few companies who have gathered all kinds of data that they can now make available to us through artificial intelligence and can educate me. So if you've seen some of my recent videos, you've seen I've been doing a lot of charting and graphing and Excel spreadsheets and Google Sheets so that I can predict which banks are going to go down next, so that I can predict what's going to happen with the price of Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, so that I can show you what a Roth IRA will turn into, so that I can take all the data in the world, and if I can figure out how to interpret it so that it gives me some predictability, just like what I just showed you does, then I can automate it. I can make it happen without me being involved. So I've gotten involved with Kevin. He's another part of our staff, and we are taking and creating graphs, our Excel and Google Sheets, so that and putting in the data and then figuring out where can we scrub the internet from to get that data so that it updates automatically. And then how can we create alerts that tell us to do just what Mark is telling us to do. Now, Mark looks at about 700 stocks every weekend and analyzes, comes down to 3 or 4. Well, if you can automate it, you can take that to 1,500 stocks very easily. And then if that data is automatically fed and it tells me when the bear is dominating the bull, I can get out. Or in fact, I can automate it to my broker that the program gets me out. In the converse, when the bull dominates the bear, it can tell me where to go in. So you could do this. The data is all there, but you and I individually don't have the talent. So what we need is a tribe. We need a group of people who will say, I can do that part of it. Wait, over here. That's what I do for a living. I can do that part of it. And so we come together, and now what we have is a machine that does what it took many, many minds to do. And that's where I'm taking this. And I recognize that some of you are not comfortable doing this on a Discord. So I'm building out my website. How are you doing that, Kerry? Again, I'm bringing a member of my tribe in and saying, can you do that part of it? And they say, yeah, I can do that part of it. Can you maintain that part of it? They'll then come be part of our team. Guess what? I pay the people on my team because they're helping me become a better investor. They're helping you become a better investor. I do not want to be the guy who stands up and says, buy these 5 stocks today, or these 2 stocks are going crazy. I don't want to do that. I want to educate myself and then come along and educate you with me. So how do you do that? You surround yourself with people who are smarter than you in the topics where you're not smart. That's just simple understanding. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to be a part of this group, the first thing you need to do is go into the description, find that link to our Discord, and go see Drew and sign up for the Discord Platinum level. It's going to cost you $60 a month. But remember what I just told you. I pay all these people. For your view right here, I'm going to get roughly 1.2 cents. That's not going to do it. But if we pool our money and we don't have to pay a hedge fund 1% of what we have and 20% of what we make, we only pay $60 a month, and we have this. And then on top of it, once I get that done, I'm going to teach you every element of financial planning. I'm going to teach you about insurance. I'm going to teach you about estate planning, and it's all going to be on that website. What I've realized is YouTube is only my vehicle to deliver my message, where I will then house all this so that you can have access to it when you want it, and then have it at a reasonable price. Again, not 1% of assets under management and 20% of what you make, $60 a month. Is that fair? I think it is. But what I think even more passionately about, it's not only fair, it's a damn good deal. If I can give you my knowledge and then bring in a group of people that can share their knowledge, and you know what else will happen? This thing will live forever. Kerry will never die. You'll see this face when I've been in the grave and my thing is rotted off. All right? So that's where I want to take you. If you want to come along, you know what you're supposed to do. But first, I need 1 million subscribers. If this is going to work, I need 1 million people in it. Then, if it's 1 million people, how the hell does Netlist present you all that money, all that wonderful entertainment for $19.95 a month? Because they have 9 million subscribers. You too can be a part of this. Okay. You might notice I had a hand operation. We'll talk about that another day. Today, you knew what you need to do. You are in control. Go down into the description, find the link to the Discord, go sign up for and let Mark teach you what he's taught me. Look, what is it I've made on this thing so far? $2,337 in 98 days. And I'm just beginning to learn it. Talk to you again tomorrow about this or something else. I don't know.